Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to this channel of Lake Tahoe Computers. Today, I have an amazing opportunity to talk about networking. Well, talking about my experience, I have to say that I've been doing networks for almost, I will have to say, more than 10 years or 10 years plus. I started my career a long time ago with pretty basic and home based devices on network, just connecting a regular router with multiple antennas and connecting the router to it, fixing and troubleshooting sometimes those basic mistakes that just require a router reset or a power cycle. And yeah, that's how I actually started up being a technician a long time ago. Of course, I was not a network technician at those times, but I have to say I slowly moved to what it is, the networking. One of the first companies I have to say that I was subscribed to was Ubiquiti Networks, and I have to say that it companioned me for almost 11 years plus. I have the pleasure to being invited to their conferences for many times, and in fact, prior year on 2024, I was invited at least to four of them, which I assist to. One in Chicago, and the second one was in Miami as the last conference of Ubiquiti Networks I assist. Well, everything was smooth. Ubiquiti Networks has many products, and they've been venturing, their designs on different kind of electronics and network devices as well, along as another kind of devices like audio, video, cameras, AI. So yes, they have a lot of devices today that it could be kind of sometimes like complex when you want to actually own the entire network of a small business, of a house. So pretty much you have almost everything on Ubiquiti. It is an eco environment where you can find since video cameras, Wi-Fi, networking, where you can find even light. So at that point, I have to say that all their devices support on what we call a cloud-based platform, or a lot of people tends to call it GUI. But this GUI, it support in what it is the cloud, or the everyone knows it's supporting AWS cloud. And it is accessible anywhere from where you at in the world. You can access to your network, you can update it, you can throw patches, you can upgrade, even if you have a technician handy installing some other devices into your main network. Okay, yes, so pretty much you will find anything you need. Now they just launched this new product called the Unify Pro NAS, or NAS, which is basically their first model of a server. I surely gonna throw a video on the NAS product, so please follow up that one because I'm gonna upgrade it. That one is gonna be at home. I have almost 5 years on this location where we are on the office or in the business. And also my network, which is on top of me, my network rack, it is almost 5 years old already, up and running. And, overall, it's, I have to say, a good network on unified premise basis. I have installed USG, the first one that they just got, the first generation of a USG. I have a US24 switch, non-PoE. I have another PoE switch, which actually throw a couple access points in the small shop where we at. But it's almost 5 years old, and I said like, well, maybe it's time for an upgrade. My natural upgrade with Unify will be upgrading my USG to this box, which is actually the Cloud Getaway, the Unify Express, or the Cloud Getaway Ultra. So this is my natural upgrade. I'm saying like this is technically the upgrade that I'm supposed to do, guys. But also, I have to upgrade my other switch, which is going to be a switch, a PoE switch for the new version of also the unified connection. I have the stuff, I have the devices on stock, and I clearly naturally, have to evolve my networks to do that. But I always was looking around. Believe me, Unify was not the only networking brand that I work with. This is one of the main things I said to every network engineer around that is looking me in YouTube, that is looking me on TikTok. Guys, it's okay to be certified in one brand. But the most important thing is to learn. The most important part of being a network engineer, it is to understand how the network operates, how your network works. Are you working in OSI level? Are you working on TCP/IP? Where are you working in? If you don't understand what it's networking, if you don't have that frame in your head of understanding what it basically how a network operates, then you can say you like one brand or another one. Oh, I'm a Cisco guy. Oh, I'm an Aruba guy. I use Juniper. Oh, no, I use only Ubiquiti. The reality in this world is that as a network engineer, you are supposed to understand most of the popular brands. You can make a certification, you don't have to make a certification. You have to understand them. This is the main concern of cybersecurity. Understand how a network operates. The main reason I'm pronouncing this is because I'm not really tied to any brand. As also have to say that this video is not sponsored for the company I'm going to introduce you guys. I have the pleasure to say that I'm going to swap my network in my business. Yes, guys, you hear me good. I'm going to swap my network, my main network on the office of Lake Tahoe Computers, to this, I have to say, emerging technology that calls Alta Labs. Alta Labs is a company based on Utah. I just got contact with them. I get a promotional networking kit. Yes, I have to pay for it. That's what I'm saying. The video is not sponsored, but I'm going to give them the chance. I'm going to take myself also the chance to show you that this is what it is Wi Fi. This is what it is network engineering. This is what it is, not stalking with one brand and thinking it's the best. It is having that opportunity of changing, of resetting your head, of having that chance to keep learning, guys. The main points, the main, I have to say, key points for becoming a network engineer, it is having these 4 points. Number one, it's going to be finding the correct, device, but that will provide you what we call the availability. Availability means technically that your device needs to be available and the service needs to be available when you need it. Reliability means like it is a brand where you can trust, you can find support, and also, it will endure for some time. It's not going to be something that is going to break on the next 2 or 3 months. Scalability. Scalability means like you're going to be able to keep growing your network. Means like you have the ability to keep constructing, to keep adding devices, to keep adding devices on the network as, a cable, or adding devices on the Wi-Fi. And the devices has to support that escalation of upgrade that you're looking for. And the next one is going to be the of service, which is going to be basically that your devices are going to be available 24/7. Now, it is so obviously a dream that nothing is going to fail, because obviously we all have this network loops. But in fact, like you have at least 99% of service, I can call it a day. So the most important part are those 4 points for becoming, I have to say, a pro on networking. It doesn't matter the brand at this point. It doesn't matter. Availability, reliability, scalability, and quality of service. So don't forget those 4 points, and then you're gonna be on the space of finding the correct brand that will fit, that will, give you that possibility of providing that quality, that level of service that your company is looking, that your home is looking, that your corporation is looking for. The most important part is having that opportunity of support that your clients will need, even if you are in a corporate environment, and employees will trust in you to provide the support to them. when a service is not available, when a cash register is not available, when the system drops, when the server drops. Yes, they are devices, but everything is tied up to the network. That is the importance of choosing a network that will be reliable. So I'm very pleased. I'm very happy to announce this upgrade that I'm producing today. I'm going to show you some of the devices of the starter kit, and then we're going to go from them calling this video. We're going to produce a second one of the installation that I really want you to guys follow me on the next video. But today I have for you the unboxing of Alta Labs. We're going to see how they come. We're going to see their quality, and I'm very excited to show you. The first device I'm going to show you, it calls the router 10 or the router, which is if you have the idea of doing networking, if you're going to do something for home, more likely you're going to have only one box device, which is going to be a 3-in-1. A 3-in-1 device. I'm talking about it's going to be a routing, it's going to be a switching, and it's going to be a Wi-Fi. So yes, these antennas that you buy with 3 or 4 antennas, very popular like 10 years ago, and today they are still popular. Rather than today we have mesh systems, which are 2 or 3 blocks at the same time in the box. But years ago you just used to have 3 blocks. In the commercial environment or in the commercial world, you have the same, but basically spread. Service is provided by one box. In this case, if I have to create my own brand, I will probably do the same. I will start with a router. This is Alta Labs Route 10. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to show you right there. This is a packing slip, and pretty much is what it comes in the box. This is Route 10. I'm gonna take it off right now. It actually comes with a manual right here where you can actually QR. It also brings a bracket, as you can see, where you can mount this in the wall. There's a lot of homeowners that like to put boxes smaller than this, and you can actually use those clips to hang up. There's a power source, of course, and this is the main, device on the box, which is going to be the Route 10 router. This is Alta Labs 10 Route 10. Guys, in the front, in the back. So in the front, we have here 4 ports and 2 SFP modules. I love this. To be honest, in modem, I don't have in the store the capability of using my SFP models. I will have to talk with my ISP, Internet Service Provider. But I hope shortly we're going to jump into what it is fiber. So we're going to be able to hook up straight. For my model business, this will actually work so great because majority of them already make the leap to fiber, and then you're going to be able to use easily this router 10. The construction looks really nice. I mean, as I'm saying, the 2 SFP models, and in the 4 ports I have a 1 and I have 3 LAN ports here. I understand that these are over a gigabyte. Okay, the 2 in the center actually are PoE. Okay, and I have to say this, I don't really like the reset button in the front because it is a highly risk of someone can come and just press it, and actually you compress it with your finger, as you can see. Hear it. Normally or naturally, this has to be on the back part, and it has to be on a hole, what we call in networking a ping hole. This one, it is really easy to reset. I guess even my kid of 8 years old can just press the button and technically bring down my circus. Yes. So yes, Alta Labs, this one should be, to be honest, on the back in a ping hole. That's my thought as I've been doing this for many years as a network engineer. All right, this is gonna be our first device. The modem is going to be installed here, and I see the 1 port. So from the modem, I'm gonna pull a wire to here, and I'm gonna be on the network. In my case, in the office, I use static IPs. So let's see how that goes in the level software. All right, so I'm gonna put back this specifically, and we're gonna go for the second device. Now, after a router, naturally, what do you have? You can have, in this case, straight a PoE access point or a wireless access point, but we're gonna go, in this case, they are bringing, the kit is coming with also a switch. And now it is a switch, I understand, probably it's a layer 3 or layer 2, more likely it's a layer 3. What is this? It is basically the capability of this switch to spread the network. So this is so workable when you have many devices, when you have computers, iMacs, tablets, and everything needs to be wired. I'm gonna talk about the second device, which is gonna be the switch, and this is gonna be an 8-port switch enterprise, and this is a PoE. The same idea. They have the box right here, and also they have a power supply. Also, you come with your manual right there, which is the Alta manual, and also there is a bracket right there to mount it on whatever your installation or plywood. There's a lot of people putting plywood. That's one of me, for example. I put plywood in my installations. Now, this is the switch. This is the switch, okay? And I see a total of 8 ports. In the image, I can clearly say that they have 1 to 4 with a lighting port, which means it's a PoE, PoE plus, or PoE plus plus. All right. If you actually are not so connected to the plus plus, it basically means that they run the power on a different protocol, which is a higher density, but it's okay. I mean, just remember that PoE, it's powered over the internet. In the back part, it's the power where you can connect. And again, I mean, I see the power. I see the reset here at the front. I mean, I understand that I probably for home users this should be so handy because you put this devices like this, and if you want to reset it, you will not have to go on the top or in an uncomfortable corner to reset. It's gonna be right there. It's gonna be right there. You don't need a pin, you don't need a clip. You just put your finger and reset it. But for the commercial world, guys, I don't know. I will have to be very careful with my customers telling the next one. Please don't press the reset button. The reason why is because as soon as you press that, you lose your entire configuration. Now, Julio, I'm going to lose my Wi Fi. Yes, you're going to lose your Wi Fi. You're gonna lose your VLANs. If you have secure routes, you have some firewall protocols, you're gonna lose them to resetting. So please don't reset it unless you call your IT guy and you guys are on the same page to reset. Okay, this was the switch. 4 ports PoE, 4 ports are not PoE. And the most important part, well, at least for the Wi-Fi side, it is gonna be the access points. The access points in this case, for Alta Labs, they send me 2 types. One is the U6 and the other one is the U6 Pro. In my hands, I have Alta Labs access point. It actually looks pretty sleek. I like it. I have to say, this is a Wi-Fi 6 access point. Inside, wow, we have this really nice presentation. Take a look on the presentation. I mean, actually, it smells new. And then this is the access point. Take a look, guys, of what it is. It is a figure, geometric figure called ellipse. It's not a circle like Ubiquiti. This is an ellipse, and actually also comes inside with the manual, which is going to be a QR code in the case you are learning to install, and also it comes with a bracket, the mounting bracket to put it on the ceiling or putting on the wall, and it comes with the screws. Guy, we're not gonna use this. We never do. But I mean, for people that is just installing for the first time, it's great. Okay. In my case, I don't use it, but that's fine. So the access point, in fact, it is pretty handy. The size, it is my hand, as you can see, and regular hand. That's the size of your access point. Now, this is Alta Labs U6 AP6. Okay, it is a 4x4 dual band enterprise access point. Inside, of course, of the plastic, I'm gonna take a look because I have to. Okay, you have only 1 port, which is gonna be the 1 port PoE right there. Okay, Alta Labs brings only 1 port in this case for installing. So it means like you have to run one wire to this guy. Now, why I'm mentioning this because there are some access points that actually you have a primary and a secondary, port, an RJ45. This is so handy for installers because you can daisy chain your projects. You don't have to rerun another wire from the access point to the main switch. It is just you run one wire, and from here, you actually run a secondary wire to a secondary access point, which is going to be closer to this guy. But well, I mean, this is a brand. And also, I see another thing that, to be honest, I don't really like this. The reset button is right here. and I can press it with my finger as well. Take a look. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know if the designers like to be resetting their stuff multiple times. I personally don't like to reset my stuff multiple times. I configure it on the first time, one time, and done deal. I don't see you in a year at least. So yeah, this reset button, it's right there. You can press it with your finger. Some people might like it. I personally don't. As a network engineer, I prefer a pinhole and actually hide over here so nobody touch it. All right. Okay. Well, that was the access point from Alta Labs U6, and the last part of this starter kit, it is going to be the U6 Pro. And I understand this is a higher density access point. The same idea. This is, it looks exactly in the same shape. It's an ellipse. There you go. That's the access point from Alta Labs right there. We're gonna run some tests on installation on these guys, and I'm gonna share my results. I'm very excited to see what is the capability of these guys. In the same way, we have one port RJ45, only one, and also the reset button is pretty handy right there. I already share my opinion. In the fact, I really like the design. The quality seems to be really nice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's steady. That's the important part. And it looks like it is IP66, or we call it weatherproof, all right? IP67 probably already. This is a AP 2x2 dual band enterprise access point. Oh, so this is the AP6. Probably the prior one was the AP6 Pro, which it is a 4x4 dual band enterprise. What is the difference in between, 2x2, 3x3, 4x4? They're basically the ways. Think about in a highway, guys. You have a highway with one way and one way. That's the way that it is a slower movement. You have a highway of three ways, and three ways we have six waves. So basically, that's the way, and that's how faster and the volume of cars that can go through. Exactly the same thing happens in Wi-Fi. So technically, we're available to throw more with the other access point, not with this one. But this is a 2x2. The other one, it's a 4x4, and also they are PoE Plus certified, which moves around 42.4 volts and zero point 0.6 amperes. So they are high on electricity. So we're gonna take a look on the real use and see how actually these ones will deploy. And yeah, I mean, this is the second one. Also comes with brackets and everything for mounting. I mean, the quality of the box, it's really nice. I mean, it is a very good production, and I have to say that, yeah, this is Alta Labs, guys, AP6, and I'm very excited to see how actually they actually will do the job. All right, I actually have to take a look of their Amazon Cloud as well. They are supported by AWS. Yeah, for the moment, this is what I have to show you. I'm very excited to actually put hands on work and see and show you in the video how I'm going to deploy this network. I'm going to take apart my entire rack. I'm gonna actually retire what it is the USG, the first generation. I'm going to retire my second generation cloud key, or UCK. I'm going to probably leave my main switch, which actually has all my network connectivity on actually the wires. And the last part is I'm going to install the switch, which actually comes in the starter kit. From me, I have to say that I'm pretty excited. The past 11 years I was installing Unify. I really want to say I have actually a new team member under my belt, and I'm very excited to start learning with them and see how actually they can be useful in different deployments. I think every company has like a niche. So home users, there we go. All right. Don't forget to follow us on our channel, which is going to be Lake Tahoe Computers. And I see you in the next video. Bye.